don't have to tell you things are bad.
It's authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you, the timing of that...
Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you, the timing of that?
I did like a little secret cheer, because I was like, well, that's what I kind of want to see from you. Like,
oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shall we shag now or shall we shag
Feeling it.
later?
Alright, here we go. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Meghan from the yacht. I used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm just Meghan from the yacht. Used to have a little, now I got a lot. No matter where I go, I know where H is.
That was easy.
So my parents named me Rachel Meghan Markle.
All right, what's going on, everybody, folks? How you doing? What's cooking? Good looking. Listen, folks, ladies and gentlemen, got a big show here today. Very big, very powerful. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of them shows. You got to put a little warning on it. This is going to be one of those things where it's like, once you see it, once you see what I'm going to show you, there's really no turning back, but I've got to do it. First of all, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. Who loves you, baby? Now, how did this all come about? Well, I'll tell you. So, Scheissmeist went on the Emma Grede podcast. Now, Emma Grede's a multi-millionaire lady and whatever, and works at the, whatever, Kardashians and all, whatever the deal is, right? And the second I saw this, I knew what it was. But I didn't make a thing about it. I just knew. But then, and I left it. I just talked about the podcast thing that Sharko Markle did on there, where Emma Grede is like polishing Sheisty's hiney, like spit shine polished. You know what I mean? It couldn't be any more of a laid down. I knew exactly what it was, exactly when I saw what I was seeing. But okay, I left it be. Well, all of a sudden, out of the blue, Emma Grede, I don't know if I'm saying her name right or not, Greed, for a lack of a better word. Greed is good. Michael Douglas, Wall Street, bang, baby. First of all, yeah, by the way, everything I say is alleged. My opinion, one could argue. Now, this is the other thing, folks. This is going to be like an eyes wide shut thing. Like once you come into the room and the masks come off and you see how the sausage is made, you know what I mean? This is your opportunity. If you want to turn back now, turn back. I'm going to show you a lot of shit, and I'm going to show you some things that are going to blow your socks right off your body. All right? Let's get into this. So Emma Grede, on September 19th, to be exact, joins the King's Trust. Okay, fine. Well, all of a sudden, I start seeing all of this nonsense, all of these stupid people, all these experts and all the dummersons from Dummerville start piling on. Oh, Emma's throwing shade at Markle. Emma's cool. You know what? Emma's cool. She's throwing so much shade at Shiesty. Shiesty's so jealous. I'm like, you people are freaking dumb. You people you couldn't see the forest through the frickin' trees. You don't know what this is? Okay. Well, folks, I am here to enlighten you. Capiche? This is one thing I do. I'll tell you what. This is one thing I do. I always shoot straight. And I mean, unless I'm goofing around and making a funny thing or a parody or something, or I'm goofing and it's clearly a goof, but I always shoot straight. That's why you guys, the people that dig this show, they know. You know what I mean? They'll be like, he's funny, but he also shoots straight. He doesn't bullshit and sell the same song and dance that everybody else does. And by the way, I'm batting 1,000. Wait till I show you this shit. Wait till I show you this shit. Okay, here we go. So let me give you this background, right? So to find this podcast, I typed in Scheisty Meisty, Meghan 5000, and Sizzle Nuts. Came right up, right? Emma Grede's podcast. Now, I'm going to show you something. Capiche? She's got, let's just say, 62,000 subscribers. Cool. 147 videos, not 147,000. That would be a lot. Now, she's a multi-millionaire, super successful, big business, yada, yada, yada. Starts a podcast. Okay. Now, she has 20 actual podcasts, okay? And I'm going to show them to you real quick. And then you're going to see all of the, by the way, this is a good thing here. Wait a minute. Let me tell you this. First of all, there's going to be a huge crescendo at the end of this, okay? And then there's even going to be an Easter egg, which I'll actually point out to you so you know it's there and you know it's coming, okay? So this is going to be a fun adventure. Oh my God. I had a first class ticket to this adventure, and then I got on that train, and it was a white lady, and I said, you know what, conductor? I want the whole train just removed. So here we go. So she's got 62,000, 147 videos. Now, she only has 20 actual podcasts where she's interviewing another person. So how you get to the 147 videos is you go to the shorts, and she's got a bunch of shorts. So that's how you add up and you get to the 147. Capiche? Okay, here we go. Now, let me show you how this all goes down. Okay? And by the way, she's throwing so much shade. There's technically 7 connections here out of the 20. Okay, watch this. Now, I'm not counting videos where it's just her. Okay, that doesn't count. That's not a podcast. Okay? 1, Gwyneth, Melody. 2, 3, 4. 2 is Jay Shitty here, so this is 5. This is her by herself. Doesn't count. 6. Shiesty, 7. Obama, 8, 9, 10. There's 2 of him. 11, 12, 13. 14, wait a minute, I missed something. 14, 5th connection, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay? Now, let's go back down here. Gwyneth, connection to Shiesty. Oh, by the way, here's a key point. This started 4 months ago. This is going to come up and be very important. So remember, she started this 4 months ago. It's September. That would have been May. You with me? First one, Gwyneth. Well, there's a connection just this year to Shiest. Second, Melody. Well, there's a connection there too. This one, nope. Carly Kloss, kind of. She's kind of. I'll show you how this all pans out. But yes, there's kind of a connection with Carly. Jay Shitty, definitely a connection. This lady, nope. Shiesty, there's definitely a connection to the Shiesty, whoever Shiesty is. There's a connection. Obama's connection. Nope. Connection. Jessica Alba. Okay? Definite connection. Nope. And yes, a connection. So that's 20 videos. And if you count Shiesty, she's 7 out of 20 videos. If you remove Shiesty, that's still 6 out of 20. If you do the math, that's 3.33 videos. And I don't know if you're in the symbolism, but 3.33. Okay, So every 3.33 videos has a connection to the shiesty. And people don't know what's going on here. People can't figure this out. Okay, let's get to this. All right, now we're getting into some little bit of details here. Allegedly researched. This is what came up. Now, who's Emma? Right? She's according to her bio, she's a self-made, one of the richest women, blah, 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 right? Interesting. So before 2008, she was, an internship, College of Fashion, blah, 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 all this other stuff, right? Agency founder. In 2008, she launched ITB Worldwide, Independent Talent Brand, a London entertainment brand partnership agency. It was a JV with Saturday Group. Jens Grede and Eric Tortesen, kind of like a tortoise, an independent talent group. She became the CEO and later sold ITB, so on and so forth. Now, Jens before and around the marriage. Jens is her husband. Jens Saturday Group in 2003 was a fashion marketing holding company with multiple ventures, agencies, magazines, and investments. Frame, founded in 2010-2012, rapidly grew. By 2018, did 130 in revenue, and by 2024 was nearing 200 million in annual sales. Here's a little interesting timeline thing. They met in 2006. Professionally, Jens already was in this world successfully by 2003. Dated 2008, married, so they dated 2008, married 2012. Here's a little kicker, folks. Notably, Jens and Eric Tortesens became founding shareholders in Emma's ITB. His network was involved at the start of her 2008 agency, allegedly, but this is Business Insider. So, to cut through all the hooey, basically, ITB wasn't some scrappy independent startup she built alone. It was created inside Jen's empire as a joint venture with him and his partners at the time's money. Now let's get to this. Are you guys starting to see a pattern here, folks? Don't remember what I said about the totalitarian tiptoe. Okay? If they do things too fast, you'll be shocked. But if they do things slow, it's like a frog in a pot. Now listen to this. So don't ignore the numbers here on the how 6, 11, 9. This is something else I'm working on. But this is going in the order of the podcast of Emma's. Okay, Gwyneth Paltrow, first guest. Gwyneth Paltrow has a definite connection with Meghan Markle because they did a Instagram video together in March. Don't forget, Emma started her podcast in May. Capiche? Also, in July 26th of 2024, the G9 Venture Summit in the Hamptons, which Meghan Markle attended with Bobby Brown, Misha Nono, and Jamie Kern-Lima. She flew out on Jamie Kern-Lima's flight, allegedly. Katie Couric was also there. Katie Couric was also on the South by Southwest conference panel. Katie Couric also happens to be part of the disinformation, whatever committee with the Aspen Institute with Prince Harry in 2021. Isn't that interesting, folks? Little coincidence there. Bet you didn't know Katie Couric was so intertwined with them. Now, so they did the Instagram post. That's just there this year. Melody Hobson was the second guest. Well, Melody Hobson was actually on Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, November 8th, 2022. Now we get to Carly Kloss. Can't remember what number she was on the guest list. May 19th, 2018, the royal wedding. Carly Kloss publicly praised Meghan's wedding look, and says it inspired her own bridal style. Kloss also has her own royal adjacent ties via a friendship with, guess who? Princess Beatrice. Okay? Then we get to Jay Shetty. Shetty. He was on with Love Meghan Season 2, Episode 5. Okay? Now, obviously, Meghan Markle was on her podcast June 17th. Keep these dates in mind. June 17th. Okay? Then the next guest after what a coincidence. What a stroke of luck. This podcast comes out in May, and in whatever it is, such a short period of time, she gets Meghan Markle, and then right after she gets Michelle and her brother Craig Obama. Right? Now, here's a weird little tidbit of information. March 17th in 2016, Meghan went to the White House St. Patrick's Day reception. Scheissmeist attended as a guest of the Irish hoteler John Fitzpatrick. She was photographed with John Fitzpatrick, Liam Neeson, and Suits co-star Sarah Rafferty. Okay? Now, the hosts were Barack and Michelle Obama. Now, no confirmed photos and all this other stuff, but one could say they were within meeting distance, hypothetically. Okay? Speculation. It is odd that she went as John Fitzpatrick guest, considering I believe he's about 30 years older than her, but okay, put that aside. Now, in March 2021, Michelle Obama comments on Meghan Markle following the Oprah Winfrey interview with Harry and Scheist. Michelle told Access Hollywood that she prays for forgiveness and healing for them and praised Meghan for speaking her truth. Allegedly, there was like 17, discrepancies in that whole interview, but who's counting? December 2022, Michelle Obama comments again. She calling her an inspiration for many and highlighting her courage to speak out. Here's your Easter egg, folks. Jessica Alba. All I'm going to say is Jessica Alba in 2023. That's all I'm going to say. Now, January 31st, 2025, though, Kerry Washington's birthday at Jessica Alba's house. Who was there? Meghan Markle. Then we get to the last guest who has a connection on this so recent podcast that just started in May. None other than Ted Sarandos. Well, Ted Sarandos signaled an interest in the Scheist and Sizzle Nuts in 2020 in January, and he signed the deal with them in September 2nd, 2020. Okay? Now, here's a little coincidence, folks. So, in June 17th, Scheissmeist goes on Emma's podcast. And guess what happens 3 days later? King Charles signs Netflix deal with the King's Trust documentary with Idris Elba. I love how the people that talk about, Emma's throwing shade or whatever, and then they mentioned, and I've seen this with multiple, and they'll say, well, it's going to be kind of odd, the king's going to be on, they might be competing for airtime on the next year or whatever. Their shows might, whatever the deal is. Nobody brings up the fact that the King's Trust documentary never had one. 50 years been doing this. Signs with the one company who is the catalyst for this 6-part documentary that H and Shiesty spent doing nothing but saying negative stuff about the family, the institution, except you know the deal. Nobody seems to throw that connection in there. I'm sure every other streaming service would have been happy to do it. Why would you pick that one? Oh, yeah, don't forget, Ted Sarandos got an OBE award just last year in 2024. Forget that little segue. Now, September 19th, Emma announces that she's an ambassador for the King's Trust. Have you figured out where any of this is going? Do you figure out what's so obvious here? Well, let me keep going because it gets better. Now, the guests with both Clinton and Obama connections are Gwyneth, Melody, Markle, Mark Cuban, Michael Rubin, and Ted Sarandos. Now, this is an interesting connection between Emma and Shiesty, okay? Both of them have mixed backgrounds. They emphasize their biracial identity in public storytelling. It's marketed as part of their brand of resilience and breaking barriers. Their pre-marriage careers. Meghan, modest Hollywood success, Suits, lifestyle blog, but never true elite wealth or power. She didn't even think about this. Oh, supposedly she's making $50K an episode towards the end, plus $100K a year, plus whatever else she was doing with, makeup or whatever, any other sort of ventures. She don't buy a house or nothing. Even in a condo, nothing. Okay. Emma founded ITB Worldwide, got acquired, and was comfortable, but nowhere near billionaire status. But it was also started with her guy she was dating's money and his partner's money, who she ended up marrying. Marriage is a wealth catapult. Meghan ascended to global fame and riches only after marrying Prince Harry. Emma catapulted into Forbes covers and Kardashian billionaire dollar ventures only after marrying Jens. Reframed as self-made. Both have rebranded by PR as self-made women entrepreneurs. In the truth, the leap into elite money and influence came through marriage, then amplified by PR machinery. Symbolic archetype. Both sit at the intersection of race, feminism, and consumerism. Just black enough for diversity optics. Just white enough for mainstream elite society to embrace them. This lets them become media-friendly avatars of inclusion and empowerment. You ready for this? Because here's the big crescendo, folks. I'm on a website here, right? And before I show you this, I want to tell you something. A lot of people were under the impression that like podcasts of all things had something to do with an elections and all this other bullshit, which is so asinine. Okay? So then you would have to think, well, why would a lady with so much money and all this stuff going on and everything, why would she start a podcast? She's not making any money off of it. It's got a lot of money invested. I mean, she's, you know what I mean? It's a very beautiful set and she's got it dialed in and, you know what I mean? The whole thing's really well produced. So why is she doing it? Well, here's a website, right? And let me show you this, okay? So here's the team. Now this is the part I want to show you. Board members, okay? So this is the board members, okay? Oh, look at, who's this? Who's this, folks? It's our girl, Emma. Okay, now I want you to gander at all the board members here, okay? Do you know where I am? Do you know where I'm at? Now, of all of these board members, just take a look, take a good look. Out of all these board members here, if I said, hey, we want to resonate with a certain audience and a certain demographic who's got probably a good personality, easy on the eyes, success story, got the diversity thing that we can, build in this whole deal. I don't know. I'd say out of this crew, she's the numero uno pick. What would you say? I'd say I'd be about 100% on that. Folks, let me show you this. Okay, what? Take a guess. What web page I'm on? You know? Do you know? I'm on this web page right here. The Obama Foundation. The Barack Obama Foundation. Guess when our girl here, Emma, joined? She joined April 30th, 2025. Her podcast started in May. This is how it happens. Do you think she needs a side hustle, folks? It's part of the whole power construct. It's part of the whole elite group. It's how they push their narrative. It's a soft power tactic. They're all in this. Emma's throwing shade. Emma's on the same team. Emma's on the same team. Emma's probably trying to get more inside the team. Shit, Shiesty's been on the team for a long time. Shiesty met with, Hillary. Hillary claiming visited her at her cottage. 2019, personal visit. Emma's trying to get on the team that Shiesty's on. So for all of these idiots out there who think they know something, they don't. If anything, it's the reverse. Emma's trying to be part of the club. Shiesty's already in the club. Do you see how all this works? It goes way deeper than this. Not about Emma. But wait till I tell you what I know. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. She joins in April, podcast in May. Yeah, she's throwing a lot of shade, folks. A lot of shade. Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby? You're beautiful.